What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Rainbow Runner. Welcome back to my Pokemon LeafGreen No Catching Challenge. Last time we defeated Lance of the Elite Four, defeating all 4 members of the Elite Four, but our Pokemon League Challenge is not over yet, because we learned that there's one more challenger we have to face, and that is the champion. So I healed up my entire team, and I guess I'll give you one last look at my team going into this. I'm healed them to full HP. All right, let's enter the final room. There he is. It's our rival. Hey, David, I was looking forward to seeing you. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokepass, I looked all over for new Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled a team that would be any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League Champion. David, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world. Here we go! I love this song. It is just so intense and super appropriate for a final battle. Sorry, I was just capturing this screenshot. Anyways, your rival's gonna open up with Pidgeot, level 59. I'll just go for the throw with a Thunderbolt. And, oh! Wow, okay. Okay, in this situation, okay, there's no doubt you're going to full restore, so I'm just going to go for the Shockwave. Yeah, okay, it's good for him to drop his full restores early in the battle. Yeah, my hands is actually kind of shaking, but I mean, I guess it's only natural for you to be nervous for a final battle like this. Yeah, alright. But the Shockwave's going to get the KO on Pidgeot, and Jasper's going to get up to level 57 off of this by the looks of it. Rhydon. Okay, there was no doubt that he was going to go over to that. I have a few different options, but I think I'll just go over to Gyarados for this. All right, let's just go for the Surf. Okay, I'm 4 levels under, but it is quite effective. And that's a one-hit KO. Good. Alakazam. You know what? I'll stay in for this. I'll just go for the Strength. Okay, Alakazam. I know it tends to pack moves like Calm Mind, but I figured I might as well just hit it with a strong physical attack that does around half. Now, can I take another Psychic? Oh! Way to go, Dragoneel. Come on, knock it out. Perfect. Exeggutor. You know what? Gotta go with what works. Let's go to Charizard. Yeah, of course, if you chose Squirtle as your starter, he would not have Exeggutor. One-hit KO! Holy crap! Okay, Blastoise, there's no doubt he was going for that, so I could go to Jolteon, but I'm actually going to make things interesting. A duel of the water types. You know what? I'm gonna go for Thunder. Ha ha! Your Rain Dance buddy is gonna be your downfall. I thought about using Rain Dance myself, but I'm glad I didn't. Ha! Okay, that does around half. Oh! Holy crap! Okay. Okay, you can't use Hydro Pump on me because I have Water Absorb. I'm gonna go for the Surf. I want to get it so it'll trigger the Citrus Berry. Ha! You're fully paralyzed. Okay, yeah, sure enough, the Citrus Berry is gonna restore its health a little bit. No, I'll go for another Surf just so I can be sure that another Thunder will finish it off. Okay. Ha. Yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, usually because I choose Bulbasaur for a Kanto playthrough, I have to fight Charizard. But yeah, this is actually interesting. And his last Pokemon is Arcanine. I don't usually, like I said, I don't usually fight Arcanine because I choose Bulbasaur usually for a Kanto playthrough. But rain continues to fall. Let's end this. Go for the Surf. Okay, he's going for extreme speed. That's about the best he can do. And Lapras took it handily. And let's see, is this Surf gonna knock it out in one hit? It's amplified by the rain. It does! And Nozomi's gonna get up to level 56 off of this. How fitting that the last member to join our team would get the knock out the last Pokemon. And we did it. We defeated our rival. No, that can't be. You beat me at my best. After all that work to become the Pokemon League Champion, my reign's over already? It's not fair. Shut up, dude. Alright, we beat you fair and square. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes racing my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new Pokemon League Champion, although I don't really like to admit it. David, look at who it is. It's Professor Oak. So you've won. Sincerely, congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League Champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Charmander to work on the Pokédex. Well, I got news for you. You'll find out soon enough, though. David, you have come of age. Rival, I'm disappointed in you. I came when you heard you being the Elite Four, but when I got here, you'd already lost. Rival, do you understand why you lost? You've forgotten to treat your Pokemon with love and trust. Without them, you'll never become a champion again. David, you understand that your victory was not just your own doing. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous. Come with me. Yeah, so a pretty cool team, all things considered. Congratulations, David. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League Champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in their Hall of Fame. David, you have worked so hard to become the new League Champion. Congratulations, David. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Now, let's take a look at the awesome team which made my no catching challenge, which went a lot smoother than I thought it would be, all things considered. Anyways. Jasper the Jolteon, Nozomi the Lapras, Kickboxer the Hitmonlee, Dragoneel the Gyarados, Mimien the Mr. Mime, and last but certainly not least, Chester the Charizard. Definitely got to get a screenshot of this. All right. And sure, I'll let the credits play out. It's weird how, your rival bolts out the door, and obviously this wasn't in the original games, but yeah, I'm gonna be taking a few screenshots of this, but yeah, overall, like, of course, LeafGreen being my first Pokemon game, like, it holds a special place in my heart, and it was a real surprise and an honor to be able to play this again on the Switch. Like, I'm sure many of you guys, a lot of you guys watching this probably have had some good memories of FireRed and LeafGreen, and I guess a lot of other Pokemon games as well. But yeah, this has definitely been a challenge that I've been thinking about doing for quite a long time, and it was no better time to do it than about now. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I was a little bit surprised that M&J TV didn't do a no catching challenge for FireRed and LeafGreen. Oh yes, and by the way, I love these cool shots of the version mascots of the original 4 Japanese games: red, green, blue, and yellow. Something else I wanted to address is the post game. Of course, you get to explore more of the Sevi Islands, but you need to have caught 60 Pokemon in order to do that. Obviously, even if I catch every Pokemon, get every Pokemon that you can obtain without throwing a Pokeball. I'm not going to come anywhere close to 60 Pokemon registered in the Pokédex. There's Venusaur, my personal favorite of the Kanto starters. But it was cool to be able to use Charizard on this playthrough. But yeah, I guess some other things to talk about. The post game, of course, like the exploring the other Sevi Islands are great, but they also have a couple of other things added. Like I heard that they are going to, they added the ability to go get the Mystic and Aurora tickets, which allow you to go do the battles with Deoxys, Ho-Oh, and Lugia, which I'll probably show that off. Okay, there's Blastoise. And yeah, so I will be playing the post game. Of course, I will end up catching a lot of Pokemon off screen, just to get caught up to that 60 Pokemon requirement. But I'm not going to be retiring the team that I used to complete the main story of the challenge. I'll still be using all 6 of the team members. But yeah, they really came through in the end. Like of course, like, you know, Chester was, of course, the starter, you know, struggling at the beginning of the game, being, you know, weak against the first 2 gyms. Dragoneel took a while to come around because, you know, training it from a Magikarp. Jolteon was a highlight from start to finish. Oh, speaking of electric types, there's Pikachu. But, I mean, I'm glad I was able to keep Bite on it because it worked wonderfully. Mimien the Mr. Mime, not many people have used Mr. Mime, but it came in through. And then Hitmonlee and Lapras were both amazing as well. Yeah, a very solid team with what I had. But with that, that's going to be all for now. Thank you for joining me on my Pokemon LeafGreen No Catching Challenge. And Rainbow Runner is going to be heading out for now. Stay tuned for more.